Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lotson's World for all those who are new. Wonderful place to be. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about peer pressure. Have you ever been pressured before? Have you ever gone through peer pressure? You want to know what peer pressure is about, and you want to know how to overcome peer pressure when you're being pressured by your friends. This is the video to watch. So stay tuned and watch till the end. Ciao, ciao. Okay, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as you're watching because people need to hear about peer pressure. Okay, let's get started. So, what is peer pressure? What is peer pressure all about? So, peer pressure is a feeling that one must do the same things as other people of one's age and social group in order to be liked or respected. It's a feeling that I must do the same thing. I must be able to act like this person, to be able to relate like these people, to be able to wear a dress in a particular way, like everybody does, for me to be respected and liked by that individual or by a group of people That is what is called peer pressure. That you want to be, you must do that thing for you to be liked. It's pressure, and it's what we call peer pressure. That's why they call it a group of people. Peer means group. So pressure now, peer means influence or tension that comes from friends, people close to you, from the word peer. So there are different types of peer pressure. A lot of different types of peer pressure, and peer pressure at different levels and different stages in life. And one thing now I've learned about peer pressure when I was reading about peer pressure is you don't need to be young for you to be pressured by people of your group. As far as you have people around you who are your friends, people who you look up to, people who you relate with, you can as well suffer from the effects of peer pressure. You can still be doing things because you're being pressured or because you want to be liked by people. That's why everybody needs to listen to this video and everybody needs to watch it because it's going to be transforming to everyone. So what are the different types of peer pressure? We have spoken peer pressure, we have unspoken peer pressure, we have direct peer pressure, we have indirect peer pressure, we have negative peer pressure, and we have positive peer pressure. So these are the six different types of peer pressures we will be talking about today. So the first one we'll be talking about is spoken peer pressure. So spoken peer pressure is when a teenager acts or when an adult acts or suggests or persuades others to engage in a specific behavior. Is when you tell people that for you to be my friend, you must act like this, you must do something like this, you must become like this. That is what we call spoken peer pressure. When that person who is your friend tells you that for you to be my friend, you must be able to act like this, dress like this, do like this, eat like this, wear this kind of shoes before you are to be considered as my friend. That is what we call spoken peer pressure. So, what is unspoken peer pressure? So, unspoken peer pressure is when a teenager or an adult is exposed to actions of one or more peers that leaves them no choice whether they want to follow along or they don't. This could take the form of cloud, personal interaction, or something. So, unspoken peer pressure is when someone does an action or you discover of a sudden all of your friends are wearing a particular brand of dresses and they don't necessarily tell you that you should put on that kind of dress, but you know, you feel like if you don't wear that dress, if you don't put on that kind of dress, if you don't dress in that specific way, You are not going to be accepted by them, or you will not be able to be called their friend. That's why you see a group of ladies, all of them, long hair, nails, eyelash. You must dress like this to be a part of this group. It is not necessarily spoken, but just by the way the group acts, you're like, for me to be like these people, I must be able to dress like these people. That's what we call unspoken peer pressure. And most of this kind of peer pressure comes from when you're following a celebrity. He or she necessarily doesn't need to tell you that, but because you are blinded and you want to be like this person, you feel like if you dress like that person, if you wear a shoe that that person wears, you're going to be like, I'm also a big person. You wear jewelry, you wear chains, you wear big this, you're going to be like that person. So that is what we call unspoken peer pressure. So nextly, we move to direct peer pressure. So what is direct pressure? Peer pressure. This is the type of peer pressure that can be spoken or unspoken. Direct peer pressure is normally behavior inclined. Peer pressure example, this kind of peer pressure will be one that teenager or an adult hands another alcohol or drugs. Direct peer pressure, when your friends are like, take this drink, man, if massa, so see the man, need for at least drink beer. You understand? The show. So they give you directly give you a drink, they directly give you drugs, they directly give you cigarette that for you to be part of what you must smoke, you must drink. So that's what we call direct peer pressure. So they are like, take this to do like you. Directly. They don't do it hidden. They don't just tell you. They give it to you directly. Take this thing, boy. If you are part of my crew, everybody is doing this. You must do this. You must become like this. That is what is called direct peer pressure. That's what's happening in our streets today. That's what's happening in our schools today. That's why drugs, alcohol, cigarette is becoming people's friends, pressure them. They take them out, they give them beer. You must drink. You give them more, no, you give them more drink beer, boy. Never be my partner, you need drink beer, no? That is direct peer pressure. And we must learn and know how to be able to combat this kind of peer pressure. So there's also what we call indirect peer pressure. Similarly to unspoken peer pressure, indirect peer pressure is subtle but can still exert strong influence impressively on young people. When a teenager overhears his friend gossip about another friend and then reacts to that gossip, that is peer pressure. That is what we call the indirect peer pressure. When a teenager reacts to that gossip, indirect peer pressure. Like you hear your friend talking about somebody, you don't necessarily hate that person, but because your friend is talking about that person, you're like, if I don't also say this, maybe they'll be like, hey, I'm a this, I'm that, I'm that, I'm this, I'm not with them. You're like, yes, that person are really this. Because your friend is speaking about that person, you are like, also need you to speak. Because you feel like if you don't speak, you'll be looked at to be a betrayer or not part of that group. That's what we call indirect peer pressure. So now we're moving to negative peer pressure. So what is negative peer pressure? So negative peer pressure, asking youths or teenagers to engage in behavior that their moral code and family values don't align with. This is the peer pressure that a teenager is being influenced or an adult is being influenced to do things that you know that God is not in agreement with. Your characters you should not do those kind of things. You know these things are wrong, but you're doing it because you're pressured to, because of negative peer pressure. When your friends are telling you, go do this thing, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. What is getting a plague to that is eating up our generation is, that is negative peer pressure is scamming. People influencing others say, if you want me money, boy, give me do the thing. Give me do this thing. That is negative peer pressure, my brother. That thing will only lead you out. That thing doesn't, you watch me, you know that it doesn't align with your moral values. You know that that is stealing and it is wrong and God is not happy with you. And that's what your friend is telling you to do. That is bad peer pressure. That's negative peer pressure. Why positive peer pressure? It is peer pressure when your friend influences you positively. When you maybe have a group of friends who are top in their class and you're like, hey, if I am not top in my own class, I will not be accepted by this group of people. So you work hard to become top in your class. You work hard to become better at your job, wherever place you are, because of your friends or the people around you, the circle around you. They push you to go further and to go far. That is what we call positive peer pressure. So why is peer pressure a problem? Because now from this, we have seen that there are 6 different types of peer pressure, and in it, we have even seen a part called positive. Is peer pressure a bad thing? Yes and a no. But truly, is peer pressure a bad thing? I would say peer pressure is a bad thing because peer pressure is different from motivation. If you feel that, even if it's a good thing you want to do, if you're doing a good thing because you want to get accepted by people or because you want to belong to a group of people, then that's a bad thing. You don't do good because you want to be accepted by people. You want people to love you because you're doing good. You want to. That's still a bad part of it. If it's a motivation, then that's good. If you're motivated to do good, if good is coming out from you from love, from people are motivating you to do good, but if you have to do good because you are pressured to do good, it means if those around you doing, if you don't have those same people around you doing good who are pressuring you to do that, you'll not be able to do. Prayer, study of the word, if it's your drive is pressure, because if you don't read the Bible, these people say, then that's a bad thing, because when you not have those people around you, that's not going to help you. Same as negative peer pressure. Having people around you because you want to fit in, because who make you take drugs. You have heard from negative peer pressure. It is not a good thing. I advise you to separate from those people. Let no man be your God. Let no man be able to constrain you and hold you and take you to do evil. I know you love your friends. Like you say, hey, they are my guys, they got my back. Those guys are going to put you into serious trouble. They're going to lock you up. They're going to take you away from God. Separate yourself from that form of negative peer pressure. Separate yourself from peer pressure. And I want to show you the negative effects of peer pressure. So what are the negative effects of peer pressure? Let's list some of the negative effects of peer pressure. Academic performance will go low. your decision regarding social groups, you are pressured to do alcohol and cigarette, you're pressured to engage in risky taking behaviors, distraction from school, you are pressured to distance yourself from family and existing friends. Your esteem is broken. You lack self-confidence. You're uncertain about where you want to be. No personal interest unless it is about your friend. Those are the bad things that peer pressure does. Those are the things that peer pressure do. It makes you to lack confidence. Without my friends, I am nothing. If these people leave me, I will die. I will not be able to do this. I will not be able to do that. It makes you feel like you need to be with these people for you to live. No, no, you can't do it. If you are going to be judged by God alone, means you are able to carry out what God has called you to do. Not necessarily saying that you can do it alone, but you can be able to do it. So separate from these things that put you under, that you make you to be pressured and make you to feel like if you don't do these things, you'll not be accepted in the society, because in one way or the other it's affecting your it's giving you low self-esteem. It's making you to lack confidence in yourself. You're no more bold as you are supposed to be. You cannot dare things without people, because you're building your future around friends, around people. Whether it is negative or it is positive, is of peer pressure is still going to affect you in one way or the other, because it makes you still positive or negative peer pressure still makes you lack confidence in yourself, still isolate you, still make you to feel like you are not good enough, or makes you to feel like if you don't do this thing that everybody is doing, you will not make it. So step away from peer pressure. And how can we do to face peer pressure, to win against peer pressure? Because there's peer pressure everywhere. Even me, I've been pressured before. I get pressured. I get tossed up by peer pressure once in a while. Sometimes I do things because I want to please this person. I want to do this. I want to be a part of this. I mean, peer pressure is not necessarily doing something that you want to please somebody. It's doing something to be accepted. That you must do something to be accepted by that person. That's what makes it wrong. Is your ability to do something that you must be accepted by that person. If you don't do this thing, you will not be to be respected or accepted by a group of people. But you have to once in a while do some things that don't necessarily please you, but pleases others and helps others. That is not peer pressure necessarily, because you are not doing it to be respected. That it's not a must, something that you must do to be accepted or respected by people. So how can you get over peer pressure? If you're pressured, if you're currently influenced by peer pressure, how can you be able to handle this? There are many things you can do. Prepare a mental script on how you would like to deal with this uncomfortable situation. Know where you stand in key issues, like your friends are influencing you, like sex, drugs, alcohol. Do not allow anyone to make you divert from your position. Never be afraid to speak up and let others know your boundaries. Tell your friend, no, I will never do this. You may get a bit toasted once in a while, but stay put. Keep on putting those boundaries and maintain those boundaries. Respect your let your friends know that these are my boundaries. You don't cross this lane. When it comes to this thing, Muno doesn't change his mind. Never take part in bullying, making others people feel bad or sad or terrible about themselves. Think of yourself a leader. This is one strong fact to take you away from. Think of yourself a leader. You were born a leader. You were born to lead and act according to it. The more you see yourself in a leadership role, the more comfortable you are to feel certain and own your opinions and feelings. So the more you see yourself as a leader, the more you feel like I'm able to do this thing, I'm able to do that. So you become a leader. Build up yourself to become a leader. Instead of becoming a follower, build up yourself to lead. And that will help you take away peer pressure. That pressure around you. Be like, no, I want to be a champion. Why is it that these people are taking me? No. I want to lead. Let other people be able to see my own attitudes and my own standards and walk by them. Not people instead diverting me, not me doing things to be, I must do some things to be respected by people. Or so, for people to honor me, or for people to do this, I must. So, the best way to combat peer pressure is know you are a leader. With those your friends, you were created to lead. You're a king. Don't let them influence you. And whatever when they tell you, yeah, if you don't do it, say, I don't care. Whatever happens, happens. I you are a leader, you're a champion. Greatness is in you. Okay, thank you for following. Thank you for listening to our channel. If you have any questions, please comment. If you have anything to add on this topic of peer pressure, we are willing to hear your own opinion about this. Please comment below. Please like, share to everyone around you. Thank you for listening to us today. Bye bye. See you next time.